Hello, adventurers! On today's video, I haven't done one of these in a while, but I'm gonna do a rank video. I'm ranking every single Power Ranger outfit. Now, before I get into ranking them all, I gotta let you know that it has every single color, every single ranger. So I'm probably gonna most likely, like, if I do the Mighty Morphin Rangers, I might just take one and be like, boom. Unless I really dig the outfit, like, you know, I really dig the Mighty Morphin Blue Ranger. That goes top tier rest. So obviously we're gonna start with that. The Mighty Morphin Power Ranger outfits, I love them to death. I think they're S tier. I know a lot of people are probably gonna be like, I mean, they're just basic colors, but it made them so iconic. These suits are so iconic. And plus, the Green Ranger and the Tiger Ranger, the White Ranger, are super cool looking to look at. I love how simple they look. And really, you could, I think, all of the Mighty Morphin colors, perfect. I feel like out of most of the helmets, I love the designs on their helmets. I just do. I think they're super cool. So I put that in S tier. Now for the ninja outfits, I wouldn't even consider these being outfits, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna put these in C tier. I'm just gonna throw two in there. They're not even in them half the time. I think they're in them slightly in the movie, and then I think that's it. I think when the only other time is when they're morphing into the colors, the Ranger colors. So I'm gonna give these C. I've never been a huge fan of them. I just think they look weird and wacky. I think they would be cooler if they actually were different in a way of like, so if I was the Blue Ranger and I was changing into the new ninja powers, I think if the suit itself was different, I think it would be cool. But I think going from like the ninja look to like the original Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, I just don't feel like they're that cool. Alien Rangers, I think it's a step up in my opinion. I don't know. These designs, I will say out of the 6 Ranger, I kind of like his design more. But out of just the Alien Rangers, I think they're Bs. I would go C with them, but there wasn't much with the series. You know, there wasn't much with the suits. I just didn't fall in love with them as much. Plus, I feel like they're just really, really simple. I think a B is a solid. Zeo Rangers. Ooh, where would I put the Zeo Rangers? I like them all. I feel like they're pretty solid. They're all the same. The helmets are pretty cool. I love this, like, the star, the triangle. They're super weird, but I just feel like it dumbs it down in the aspect of like the mask design. It obviously increases like the designs on like the suits and stuff, but for the aspect of just design wise of the thing, I think I would put it in A tier. I would throw Jason's design though in S tier because it gives me vibes of the Mighty Morphin a little bit more. But then I feel like that I might change it, but I'll do that for now. I'm gonna say this. I know this is probably a hot take. I love the Space Ranger design. I don't know why, but I've never been a huge fan of this big circle. I don't know why. I just think I just think it looks tacky. I love the Space Ranger suit. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, these look super cool. I don't know. I'd almost put it in B tier. I love the season. Like, I feel like the seasons were probably one of the best Power Ranger seasons. I think I'm gonna put it in B for now. I might change it. I just feel like an aspect of them comparable to like the Zeo. I think I like the Zeo suits better, in my opinion. I never watched Lost Galaxy as a kid. I've seen most of them as a kid. I recently just went back and rewatched from Mighty Morphin all the way to Ninja Steel. And I gotta say, I freaking love Lost Galaxy. I think it's actually my top 5. I love these suits to death. I think they're super cool. And when you add the lights of Orion onto them, I think it's just like, I know it doesn't really add too much to it, but I just love the textures. The helmet designs just are like, they're simple enough, but they're unique enough, I guess is the best way to say it. I know a lot of people might be like, Brady, I would not throw this, but I love them. S tier. Same with when I love that suit too. I think it's pretty cool. I love the storyline with him. So I just love it. I love the cape too. I think it's super cool. So I would throw that in probably S tier in my opinion. I really love it. Now this one's probably I love these suits. Like I just don't. I almost feel like I would throw them also in B tier with the Space Rangers for now. I always thought it was weird, the shapes. I just don't feel like work that well. I feel like they were kind of doing something with Zeo, but I just feel like it's weirder. I do like the morphs and how the morph also kind of is like their helmet symbol, and then it kind of comes in. Just not a huge fan of. I love these suits. I do. It's not like I'm trying to hate on them, but comparable to some of the other suit designs, I think it has to go in B. There's just not much to it. I will say I love the belts. The belts are super cool. Also, this is a hot take. I hate just because of the shoulder pads. I will say I love the V on the helmet. I do like the gold accents. I just hate the shoulder pad. Like, look how stupid. I just hate these shoulder pads. It just looks so stupid. Like, if you take off the shoulder pads, I think this could be an A tier, maybe even an S tier. The gold accents look pretty sick. I just hate the shoulder pad. There's nothing that makes me go, this is a cool Ranger design. Like, this is awesome. Going from like this, like, oh, these look sick, to this, I just feel like it has to be lower. Oh, I just totally forgot because I was just skipping. I skipped Turbo. The Turbo Ranger suits. How could I go out of order like that? I love the, like, the lines and stuff out of them too. Love the helmets. I think, like, out of all the, like, vehicle helmets, I feel like these are the best. I like that I know this is weird, but these ones actually kind of make a little bit more sense because they're like windshields. So it makes more sense of why these have, black parts above them. I like the lights. I like that they actually use like lights in them. I think these are either, I would say A tier or S tier. These are like unique designed costumes. Because if I put these in S tier, for example, I feel like I'd put a space up a bit. Because I like those. I really like the like lights in the movies. I think they were super cool. Time Force, I think, is the next one. Time Force Rangers. So looking at these, again, super simple. You have the arrows going down the chest, kind of matches the helmet. And I do like that these have kind of like black. And then, because I feel like if this was red, the arrows wouldn't pop as much. So I feel like they would have to do like black arrows. And I just don't think that would have work. So I like that they blacked out the top of the front of the mask. I think that's the reason why that looks so good. But I don't know. I don't think it's as good as the Turbo Ranger outfits, if I'm being honest. I'll put them in B. I just don't feel like they're better than the Turbo Rangers, because I feel like the Turbo Rangers has a lot more design and it makes sense. Where these, I just feel like they just plastered arrows on them and said, yep, that looks cool. I feel like people are like, Brady hates these. No, I actually love a lot of the Power Ranger outfits. I just feel like some of them work very simple. Like, obviously, the Mighty Morphin ones look super simple. And in ways, they have the details of where they need to have the details. But in some of these, I feel like Lightspeed and Time Force, they basically, I just felt like kind of got a little lazy with it. Like, I love them. I feel like they fit in their aspects of their designs, but I just feel like they're also super simple. I know you guys might play these lower, but this one is probably number one for me. I grew up loving the shit out of Wild Force. I freaking love it. It's probably I would say it goes Wild Force and then Mighty Morphin. If not, Mighty Morphin then Wild Force. I freaking love this. I love the designs. I think the helmets are one of the best designed helmets. I also really, really love, I think some people might think it's tacky or stupid looking on the outfit, but I also love that they have their symbols on their outfits. Like, none of the helmets look tacky. They look super clean, super flat, fleshed out. You can tell what animal they are. I do also like the little gold accents too. I love the belts. I love their daggers. I love everything about this suit. I give it S tier. I just love it. This is one of my favorites. Ninja Storm, I think those are solid. Now, here's one thing I will say. These, I know what I was just saying about like the plated arm things. These look good. I think if this Ranger, the Silver Ranger and Lightspeed, had these plated arm plates, I think that suit would look a lot better. I just don't think the flat looks good. I just don't. I think they should be stacked out like this. Here's the reason why I think these are S tier. These helmets and this is super simple. I also, again, like the like kind of symbol on their chest plate. I also like that they did like a mesh arming on it. I love the glove having that little plate on it. I think it gives the glove an actual more accent. Like, there's nothing here that I hate. I guess maybe the belt. The belt kind of looks generic. Maybe the knee pads, I guess, but I like it. I like it. I think that's tier. Sorry, I have to do this too. I'm sorry, but I freaking love the Dino Ranger. I would almost put this dino design looks better than the Mighty Morphin design. Like, the lines don't just stop, they continue through the whole suit. Plus, we got our boy Tommy back, so I just love it. Plus, when they go into like super dino mode, I love the fact that the lines become these like big pointy spikes. Like, it's super cool, and I love it. So that will always go in S tier for me. SPD Emergency. Kruger, S tier. I love the Kruger design. The Shadow Ranger. I would put this up higher, like maybe A or S. I might have been in B, just we didn't get to see a lot with it. SPD. So this is the SPD ones. I will say, I think I like the Sixth Ranger design a little bit more, just because I love the white, gold, and even the blue accents. I think that kind of looks cool. I gotta say, out of all the the super simple designs, I like that they have the numbers. The numbers flow super well. I like that they chose to do it on one arm too. I think it gives the color of the rest of the suit to pop a little bit more. Yeah, I'm gonna put an A for now. I'll even put you an A for now. See, this is what I hate, because I have like a love-hate relationship with some of these. Like, some of these I love to death, and then some of these I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I'm putting them super low. Mystic Force, I will say I liked him better, his design better. I'd put her in A. I think for now I put them in A. I think they look cool. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the Overdrive look. Like, they're not bad. Like, again, like, a lot of these outfits aren't horrible. Like, some of them are like, okay, that makes sense for the season that they're going with. But a couple of things I don't like about this series, I don't like the Overdrive symbol. I just never been a huge fan of the Overdrive symbol. Like, don't get me wrong, the series is fine. Like, I think the series is good. But there's nothing here that makes me go, this is cool. Like, I mean, obviously, yeah, their top of their helmets look a little bit different, but nothing here tells me like this is different. So I would say B tier. I would give the Sixth Ranger, actually, I'm gonna go lower. I'm gonna give him B, I think. Now, this is a hot take. So it's weird because some of my choices are like, oh, this one's better than this one. I like this aspect than this, but everybody's different. Everybody's gonna have like a different, like, someone's gonna be like, hey, I don't know why you put Lightspeed Rescue or Time Force in B. They should be in A, where I think Mystic Force should be in S. And I would love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments down below. I'm totally down to hear you guys' feedback on why my list is worse than what you would put. Jungle Fury, I hated Jungle Fury. Absolutely despise Jungle Fury with a passion so much. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I thought these suits, the theme song was horrible. Like, I was like, this is bad. They grew on me. I actually love Jungle Fury. I'm gonna give them A. All of them A. I would have put those in B tier. So the like Special Ranger, the Ghost Rangers or whatever, I'd put those in a lower. RPM, right? That's RPM. RPM, I think, is, yeah. I think the Red Ranger looks the best. I kind of do like the 1, 2, 3. I'm not a huge fan of the tire wrist stuff. It fits the theme. Like, I don't want to say that it doesn't fit the theme. I feel like the Special Rangers look the coolest. I think those look badass. These ones just kind of look weird. I get the seatbelt thing. Like, it fits the theme. Like, I don't want to say that it doesn't fit the theme. The helmets can be cool, but it doesn't make me go, these are freaking awesome. I don't know. Maybe you guys can change my mind. I'm gonna put these in C tier. I'm not a huge fan of the RPM outfits. I will say these guys, I would put in A tier. I kind of love for the Special Rangers. Let me know what you guys like about it. I have mixed feelings about them. I just don't like the end era of, I think this was Disney. I feel like the end era of Disney had some weird adaptation. I thoroughly enjoyed the comeback for Nickelodeon. I love Samurai. I think Samurai was cool. So here's one thing I will say about the helmets for Samurai is I like that they kind of popped off the helmet. You don't get a costume that has like a part of the costume and the bottom like a different color. Most of the costumes all were the same color. I feel like giving Samurai B would be dumb. I feel like I have to give Samurai A. It just sucks when you have like a love feeling for like some of the designs. Out of all of the series, I feel like was the overhyped, lackluster. I like the aspect of like the bottoms being different. I don't like the symbols. I think the symbols are ugly, in my opinion. The helmets, though, I will say are the only saving factor of this series costumes. I I kind of like the mascots coming to the sides of the heads and like coming into the helmet. I do like that. I just feel like the rest of the costume is awful looking. Yeah, I'm gonna give it C tier in my opinion. I'm sorry. If you're a Megaforce fan, I'm sorry. But I will say, and I really wish this was more of a pirate themed. I love the pirate theme look. I think that one looked really cool. Now this is where I would say that the symbol in the middle looks fine. It would be cooler if it was taken off. And again, I see, here's the reason why. I think if the symbols were taken off the helmet, you have them on the chest. So I think it's fine to not have it on the helmet. I also don't think the helmets stand out big enough to make me go, these are different. Like they all look almost the same. But I really love the like little coat look. I think that looks super cool. And I kind of wish we did get like a pirate themed Power Ranger series. I just hate that it was locked behind Megaforce in my opinion. Also, I feel like them throwing away what could be such a cool premise to a series by basically making them be like, oh yeah, they can go into legendary Rangers. So half the time they're not going to be these Rangers. Like they had such a cool concept for these Rangers. I just hate that they were like, oh, these suits aren't going to be cool enough. People hated Megaforce. So we're just make it where they basically can change into legendary Rangers. So that I would say B. I think that if they took the crest off the helmet and they made the helmets a little bit more stand apart from each other, I feel like that could be an A tier. Dino Charge was one I was totally expecting to go into and absolutely hate to death. And I actually loved it. Actually, probably one of my favorites. I won't say it would be in my top 5, maybe my top 10. It's pretty underrated in my opinion. I will say I do like the design choices that they went with. The belts, again, I don't really like too much. I get that it's like their Dino Chargers are supposed to pop out of that, and that's how they call like their Zords and stuff. I love the shoulder plate stuff kind of crossing over to the other side. I will say these do stand out with the aspect of the helmets. The helmets do stand out. You can tell kind of them being different. I think they're cool. I just don't think they're S tier material. All right, so next one is Ninja Steel. This one works perfectly for the theme that they went with. I think the only one that kind of doesn't fit the theme would be the Gold Ranger. But I love the cowboy look. Cowboy looks so cool. S tier automatically. Like, I honestly love the Gold Ranger look in this. I love that he's just a cowboy. These stand out enough that you could tell each Ranger apart. I do like that their masks are like actual like throwing stars. I think that's cool. I like the stash. It makes you like feel like you're in an academy. I would almost say, and this might be a pet peeve for some people, I would almost say they match the energy of Ninja Steel or Ninja Storm. And I would say they're better than Ninja Storms. I feel like their helmets, though, I feel like Ninja Storm's helmets are better than Ninja Steel's, just because I love Ninja Storm's helmets. But just like the aesthetics of the outfit, I'd almost say that Ninja Steel has a better outfit. Like, I just do. I feel like they just have a better outfit. So, S tier. Like I said, I'm totally down to hear you guys' feedback, why you guys think a Ranger suit would be lower or higher. I'm going to say this is out of all of the Ranger outfits, this is one of my least favorites. I almost want to put it in D tier. I've not seen the series, so I can't be like, oh, the series is totally ass, because I have not seen the series. And sometimes too, seeing a suit in action and seeing what it revolves around can make you change your mind. I just don't like this suit design. Okay, so here's the thing. So the visors just look super weird. Where if you like, for example, like that was my worry with Jungle Fury, because their morphers were glasses that they put on their face and then they can unleash the beast and then morph into their Power Ranger themes. These just look super weird. The only one I think that looks good in the aspect of helmet wise is the Red Ranger. I feel like his helmet looks the best. I think the bunny or the rabbit look on her just looks weird. I feel like it just looks funky. I have no clue. Is he a frog? I don't know what he's supposed to be. I don't really like the leather jacket look. I don't like the leatherness of it. Overall, the suits just look like super tacky. I'm not a huge fan of the Beast Morpher outfits. I feel like this is one of the ones that they really did not do that great. Now, I think this is the last one, the Cosmic Fury. Now, they did have 2. So this is what they look like. This is the first season, I think, right? Yeah. Okay, so this is kind of the first season look. So these what they look like in the first season. This is what they look like in the second. I just feel like the helmets fit a lot better with this look than with this look. I just feel like you're not changing it too much. I mean, yeah, you're giving them like a shoulder pad type thing. Like you're giving them like shoulder pads, but there's nothing here that's like, oh, that's different. These guys at A for the Cosmic Fury, because I feel like these are the most detailed helmets. I just feel like the rest of the suits like just kind of like a little lackluster. But again, I haven't seen the series, so I really don't know too much about the suits. But these suits, I would give a B. It's just there's not much that changes besides giving them like shoulder pad. The movie outfits. See, I love these, but I hate these. I get that they're trying to make them more sci-fi looking and so cool looking. The only one I think that looks super cool is the Red Ranger. These look cool. Like, I don't want to sit here and be like, these are so ass. I think it's a cool suit. I just don't feel like it's Power Rangers. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I would give them B. I think they're like cool, but I don't think they're cool enough to be like, oh yeah, that's cool. The Mighty Morphin movie, I would give C. I don't like the buffiness of them. Obviously now we're getting into like some of the battleizers. Now if you guys want me to make a full video on the battleizers, I can do that. But I'm not going to go into the battleizers. All right, so yeah, that is my tier list for what Power Ranger suits I think are the best to the worst. Again, in the comments down below, let me know if I'm dumb and you think Lightspeed Rescue should be up higher. If you think Ninja Steel should be lower. Like, let me know in the comments down below what ones you guys think would be higher or lower, what ones you guys think are in the right place. And if you guys did enjoy this, I actually did rank all of the Power Rangers series from worst to best that I think. So you guys can watch that video right here. Give it a good watch.